That ended really abruptly. Like a lot more abrupt than it usually does, didn't it?
It seemed to end a little abruptly. I think we're gonna have to fix it. We still need to change that video anyways. I'm far too fat for that.
We really do,
It's
man.
very upsetting. I'm already so conscious.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to let me try that again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 482 of the Maritime Paintball Podcast. I almost said the Maritime Nelson Podcast. Wow.
We are.
My name is Brad Gell, and with me, as always, is that guy.
Your king of paintball. Nice to see everybody tonight. Welcome to the Maritime Paintball Podcast on beautiful 97.9 CHSR in Fredericton, New Brunswick, whereas we are allegedly the only radio show dedicated to the sport of paintball, sandwiches, men's mental health, and whatever we decide we want to talk about when we have a captive audience here on the radio. God, I'd love to be able to say that.
Right? It's fun. It's fun. So, folks, before we get started, let's pay the bills. So, of course, big shout out to Northern Hydration, your Canadian-made athletic hydration system. One that the king there is currently drinking the pineapple coconut. I keep calling it pina colada. They say it's not pina colada. They say it's pineapple coconut, but it's pina colada. Come on.
It's delicious.
It is delicious. So head on over to drinknorthern.com. Use code MaritimePV10. Score yourself 10% off and free shipping across Canada. How cool is that? And there's loads of great flavors, and I'm sure there'll be more coming. We've got Loft Gear, makers of the Station 150, the Cadillac. Not even the Cadillac. It's beyond Cadillac. The Bugatti of
good thinking.
Bugatti of duffel bags of travel gear because it's not a duffel, it's not a carrying bag, it's a travel
gear.
Ooh, I like that.
I really want to believe that there is one in Max Verstappen's place. Like I feel that this would be something he would have.
I would love that. That'd be amazing. So it's check them out, loftgear.com. Take a look at those bags. They're amazing. They're currently shipping them out right now to the Kickstarter backers. I've been told that another shipment has just landed and those are heading out. So keep an eye on our socials the next few weeks. There's going to be some videos. I'm tempted, honestly. He doesn't know this yet, but Tom, I'm thinking it's getting shipped to me. I'm not even going to crack the box open. I think when the box arrives, I think I should head to Moncton. I think we need to do an unboxing together.
Made in California, tested in the Maritimes.
Right? Let's not break it, though. I don't want to break it. They have a killer warranty, but I feel like if there's video evidence of us physically damaging it on purpose to test it.
I'm not damaging it on purpose. An animal.
Rolls-Royce Explorer is saying Rolls-Royce of bags. Yeah, King sounds low compared to Brett. It's the mics, man. We're testing some stuff out.
We are trying to sort out this echo situation.
That's going to be the title of the short. 2 guys, 1 box. Thanks for that. So Loft Gear. Moving on, Moncton Paintball, my home away from home, Tom's backyard, one of the premier fields in the Maritimes. Please come visit, come say hi. We're super friendly, very welcoming. Come for a walk, come for a street ball, whatever is going on.
Soon, the fine folks at Moncton Paintball are going to be opened back up, and we'll be able to go for a walk in the King's Forest and smite the fools using the sexy gear that got put in our hands because of the beautiful people at Building Paintball, which is one of my favorite little groups on Facebook. But be responsible, please.
Be smart, people. Be smart. And then, of course, we've got Paintball Dirt, the newsletter, weekly newsletter comes out. Go subscribe. It's paintballdirt.substack.com. You can support him financially, or you can support him by reading the newsletter, or both. Do both. I suggest both. And he does great work.
Intensity.
And Ntensity Customs,
Put
of course.
clothes on our backs. This is not an example of his work. It was just the clean one. Mine is coming soon.
This is never mind. That was going to say something mean, but this is an example of something not as good as what Intensity, but that's just rude.
It's a very nice jersey. Don't get me wrong. It's just not one made by Intensity Customs, and thus minorly sexy.
Endorsed. It's not endorsed by the king.
Speaking of endorsed by the king, D-Day at Commando Paintball in Ottawa. Please, for the love of God, everybody come on out and party with us. It is the greatest party of the year. It is you would think, because, it is endorsed by the king, but do I ever remember dates? Hell no. I don't even remember what day of the week it is.
June 6th and 7th.
Yes, the weekend of the 6th and 7th of June 2026 at Commando Action Center in Ottawa, Ontario. Come out, party with the king, and maybe stroke Bradley's very, very soft beard. He will only get to wash it 14 times over that 3 days. We'll see him in the sink, and I'm going to record him in a sink, like washing it in the Flying J.
Fight me.
You do. Man,
I wouldn't be the only one.
I will fight you on the fucking moon. This week, man, I swear to God, I will fight someone on the fucking moon. So I'm going to go to a little meetup with some little BBs, and I'm going to shoot my best friend.
There you go.
He's decided he wants to come out and play Pew Pew, and I'm going to Pew Pew the shit out of him.
Beautiful. I love it.
Tell me a story, Brad. What do we hear about tonight, aside from an Echo and hawking products from the people that we love?
Love hawking products. Okay. We've got a couple of small topics because it's been a very slow week in the world of paintball, and I didn't really feel like doing a lot of any of those. I didn't feel let's talk about this, that, the other. Well, no, it's not the research. It was that I didn't feel like digging into one of those question episodes of what's the best gear to bring, blah blah blah, travel tips, yada yada yada. So I've got a couple of things we'll talk about. Of course, if you have anything pops up in the chat, folks, please, question, concerns, comments. What does that used to say at Walmart? If you have any questions, concerns, concerns, comments, or grassroots issues, bring them to us.
Take them up with the department.
No, we had an open door policy, which meant management was never actually allowed to close their door unless it was a specific reason. So our door was always open. Anybody want to come in and talk? Unfortunately, many people like to come in and talk. I don't miss being management. Hi, Dave. He's in the chat. What's going on, buddy?
Speaking of Commando Paintball, the man with the flip-flop plan.
Hey, and Kenny Stewart from General Paintball Museum's in the chat. What's going on? What's going on? Sorry, I've been listening too much of Q889. They've got
hold on. Kenny Stewart's in the.
Apparently, Kenny Stewart has got him excited.
Well, no, it's because I was cleaning the other day, and I was sorting through some stuff in my kits, and I found a little blast. My King of Paintball marker, my 98 that Kenny fixed up for me.
What's all over the top?
Little tiny. Come back on the camera here. Tiny little gems, and it's got my nameplate on the side, which is just dead sexy.
I dig that.
The turtle wants to get it running, and I want to get it running again because, come on,
it's 98. The O-rings, come on.
I cannot remember what it was with that. I think it was putting the battery in. The little wire came unhooked.
Oh, that's right. That's got the electronic trigger.
Yeah. So Turtle's going to take a look at it because he's on a rampage of fixing Tipmans and harassing the Tipman Facebook page.
He is now. Yeah, he is I think he's actually gotten messages from Tipman's social media team being we're just social media. We have no say on anything, right? And he's like, yeah, I know. I'm gonna still do it.
My favorite thing is the time and see how long it takes him to show up in their
He's there within minutes. I don't know if he's got it like an alert set for when Tippmann posts or something. Because swear to God, man, like I've gone in and it's like the post, you could see it. They're like, Tippmann posted 2 hours ago. And then you go look at it and there's like commented 2 hours ago. Turtle, like Tipex 2.0. I'm like, jeez.
They're gonna kill him.
He's nuts with it, man. He's nuts.
I think he just wants a cease and desist order at this time. So Tippmann,
I'd
guys,
frame it. I got a cease
you know
and
what?
desist Facebook comment.
I am going to ask them, and I know that the Tippmann techs at the D-Day Tippmann Challenge at Commando Action Center in Ottawa in June this year.
Mm-hmm.
Some days those guys don't look happy because they got to sit in that sun. They got to fix gear that's Tippmann's. So we all know.
You know why they're not happy half the time? Because half the time people bring into them stuff that's not Tippmann or GI. There's a lot of guys rolling up and being like, "Hey, can you fix my my PE gun?" And they're like, "Yeah,
I'd whip that thing right out the door too. I'd be pissed. I'd go to if I want my PE gun fixed, I'll go to the PE tent that's just like over there.
There's no PE tent at D-Day.
No, there isn't.
No, there's a die tent and a GI tent.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So,
well, I don't go to the GI tent. I always hang out in the die tent because that's where the sexy people are. Not because
that's true.
Yeah, because it's
the intensity tent. So, yeah, this week, like I said, I didn't want to do one of those like what's best tips, blah 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 nonsense kind of episodes. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. So I kind of just went back and looked at some things that had happened over the week and over the past couple of weeks. And there's a couple of things we actually missed that we'll get to in a second. But first, I want to dig in a little bit more. Let's run some hypotheticals. This is strictly thought experiment. Nothing is confirmed, but there's still a lot of talk about how the NXL is playing around with quote unquote urban format and that there's no real evidence to what it is. They just said that they're testing it in 60 days. Now they said that I think 15, 16 days ago. So we're going to see it in a little bit.
Speaking of urban format, did somebody get in contact with you about some MagFed equipment?
Yes, and I told him to go talk to Wobbles.
Perfect. I should have thought of that, but
yeah, it was a
message Wobbles.
It was a Takamo kit running a DMag. I was like, man, I don't even know what to say this thing's worth, and go talk to Wobbles.
Oh my God, a Takamo kit with a DMag.
Yeah.
Just have that
DMag. So one of a couple of the comments that were made specifically was Tom Cole had said something about this. They were trying to make this format like Counter-Strike. And
hold on, I just heard a R-E-E-E, like a from a MagFed player somewhere who's real upset about that.
There is a Reddit thread blowing up right now. And there's definitely totally somebody sitting in a truck filming themselves angry about something.
Wearing pit vipers.
No, because pit vipers are too cool and they're too expensive. They're gas station vipers, which I actually had gas vipers. I missed mine. I need a pair.
Yeah, we'll get you a new one this year.
They got to be gotten. They got to be got on the way though. None of this. I'm not going to Walmart, spending time. No, we're stopping at somewhere in Quebec. Yeah, and I'm picking up a pair of overpriced gas station sunglasses. That is the law. So that it is the way. It is the way. So I'm trying to think, like, they want to do a format. NXL. This is NXL. This is the Speedball people. They want to do something, quote unquote, urban format. And it's going to be like Counter-Strike. And I'm thinking, okay, Counter-Strike has a lot of game modes, but let's be honest, all anybody ever thinks of is desert and
terrorist win.
Yeah, bomb defusal. Like that's so.
If Tom Cole's saying it, all I hear is a farmer of lead screaming somewhere, probably while scuba diving.
Let's see. Hold on, we got comments coming through. Kenny Stewart says 3 years ago interviewed Tom. He said they were trying to develop a MagFed tournament for NXL. It's possible. It can be done. I've done it. Lead Farmer did it. We were kind of like two sides of the same coin that way. So I suspect I actually think I think they were referring to Hardpoint. I think you could see Hardpoint could be mag-fed guns.
Oh yeah.
But I'm thinking is though everyone's going to be running EMF 200s. You're not going to see first strike stuff out there. You're not going to see TMCs.
I disagree. I think you'll still see somebody with a tweaked out. Somebody's going to tweak a Tickman. Somebody's going to do something.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to modify stuff for tournaments. It has to be stock.
Might be 100s.
Okay, yeah, it's going to be PEs. You're going to see You're going to see teams of EMF 100s and EMF 200s.
And then you're going to find some rogues who are going to run first strikes.
Well, yeah, they might run T15s. I see round ball only. I do not see first strike rounds. They're not really. They're not as easy to clean up as paintballs are. Paintballs, you just got to soak them and they disintegrate. First strikes, you'd have to actually go properly, like rake it up. They're not going to do that.
Lux would have to come out with a mag-fed gun.
They would just do what we did. They'd make it mechanical.
Homie, I'd buy a mag-fed Lux. Dude, that's like a Cohen's egg. It makes no sense. Why the hell do you want it? But it's beautiful.
It'd be like the die dam.
I saw one of those the other day.
So Tippmann Effect had hella modded Tippmanns. Yes, they had modded Tippmanns because they had bolt-on accessories. But you wouldn't be able to take TMCs and have them run T15 mags. You can't physically, you know what I mean? Like you're not going to be able to cut and do anything like that.
See, if they're not running first strike, why couldn't they run a standard TMC mag?
No, absolutely. They'd be totally fine.
Go to town.
TMC mags, decent barrels. It's a little hard to run a really good barrel on a TMC only because Tippmann decided to go with the 98 thread, and there's not a lot of options.
Freak kit.
That's true. You can do the freak
98
kit.
Freak kit, and
that is true.
It is awesome.
That is true. There is the 98 freak kit. Still don't understand why Tippmann did that. Why go the 98 where you could have done the A5 thread or even autococker thread? Everyone would have been ecstatic.
I feel like they did an A5 thread, but they did the 98 thread. I feel like they did an A5 for some reason. I might be wrong.
I don't. But I'm trying to think the gameplay style. Like, what would you see? What if they're saying like Counter Strike? Then is it bomb defusal? Then is it like, or is it, or are they gonna? Realistically, the NXL has the facilities to do this. They have the ability to do this, where they could realistically set up small modular towns. Yeah, everyone keeps complaining that you're super low. I'm bumping you again there.
Bump. Bumpity
bump.
Bumpity bump. John Romero, thanks, buddy.
They did do an A5 thread on the TMC.
You shut your whore mouth, Explorer. I can't. Why would I buy a Dynam? I can't afford one, and it'll break in 15 minutes, and I'll never be able to fix it. I could take it to the dye tent, but they would probably yell at me.
Dye dams could be put into mechanical mode.
Man, fuck you.
But at that point, you're running a dye. What? PM7? No. What am I saying? Not dye PM7. That'd be Proto or Piranha. Anyways, the dye dam is a great marker. It's old tech, but it's still solid. Run it in mechanical mode, but then why bother running a dye dam? TMC is only a 98 thread. It's said by Explorer, therefore, 100%.
Oh, yeah, I could have told you that. My TMC, I have a TMC.
What are we arguing about the A5 thread?
No, we were just saying, why wouldn't they make one in A5? They did.
but they didn't.
They did. John Romero.
TMC, there is no A5 thread TMC.
No. I'm talking about an A5, a freak barrel with an A5 thread. There's the disconnect.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. There's a free kit for every thread. You can still get free kits with spider threads.
Yeah.
Which there's like
just
4 markers on the market.
I think Kevin's got 2 of them.
Yeah,
that's okay, John. I kind of screwed up too. Proto rail internals. Oh my god, proto rails.
Yeah, I had a proto rail. That was my first people gun. So I don't know. They said like Counter-Strike. So are they gonna? I'm curious. Is it gonna be bomb defusal? Is it gonna be? Are they gonna build little towns? Because realistically, they could. If they can set up those nets and have the infrastructure set up to run speedball tournaments, they could easily build these little modular huts. They don't need to be aesthetically pleasing. They need to be physical boxes. That's it. A couple pieces of plywood, stand them up, screw them together, and away you go. And now you've got a tiny urban ops little thing. You know what I mean? Like it cut some holes, it got some windows. Got a bigger hole, now it's a door. I'd be dope. I think that'd be cool to see. I know a lot of people are saying it'd be easier to watch than traditional speedball. I don't know if it would. I think you're still going to run into the problem of visibility. There's a lot of things blocking people. You can't see what's going on. It's no different than the air bunkers. It'll be slower.
Slower. Mag fed's going to be slower. How are they going to change the mags in between rounds? They're going to have mag monkeys loading for them. You can't have half hour between games.
No, you'd have mag monkeys. You'd have your pit crew sitting there going winding mags and then just stuffing painting them. And as long as you don't engage the spring on the mag and put tension on the balls, they won't dimple.
As long as you don't engage the pit crew.
Explore, that's it, buddy. That's it. Sup air, whatever. I can't remember. When I was at World Cup, they showed one off and I completely blanked on it. They called it an inflatable office. Literally, it inflates and it's 4 walls and a door and a window. They have little like urban wall bunkers. They look like little walls. That's it. That's what they're going to do.
Huh.
That's it. 100%. Yeah. I don't know why that didn't even clue in till now. I'm like, I just, until he mentioned, I was like, I saw one.
That's what a cool idea.
Right?
What?
No, that's
cool
it. They've got tents, advertising products. They've got, hold on, I'm looking at their website here. Let's see if we can find. They got buzzer systems. They got stuff for archery, bubble ball. So cool. Yeah. So,
we didn't have all this blow up furniture in the 90s for nothing.
Oh, here we go. Tactical paintball markers or paintball bunkers. They're completely modular. Wedges, yeah. Tactical Wall DWF series, newest line of SUP paintball inflatable bunkers, manufactured heavy, yada yada yada. Cool. They can be connected to one another with a quick connect system for fast assembly and modularity. 6 different shapes. You got wall 8, wall 10, a wall with a window, a wedge, a door, like an actual door, a low wall, and a shield. That's wild. So go check that out. supairball.com/tactical. Go check that out, folks. That's what they're going to do. I've been trying to figure out how they were going to run an urban format, and that's it. I guarantee it. That's what's going to happen. They're going to build these little modular little things. Also, we need to talk to Gasman. Be like, bro, I want to build a kill house.
I would like to see them make if those bunkers were thick enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because those buttholes would love that stuff. That's one thing I love about taking the the BB
What do you mean
boys
thick
out
enough?
to
Who?
taking the BB boys out to Moncton Paintball and showing them like the X ball field or the
Oh,
reball field.
dude, this
Oh,
if this stuff can take an absolute beating. Drop stitch fabric, unequaled impact resistance, stability, and weight capacity. Most importantly, 100% flat surface. Thousands of fine polyester threads that are tightly woven together makes the walls far more rigid and sturdy.
polyester.
Yeah, it even says these bunkers can cater to a large array of customers: law enforcement, military, paintball, airsoft, laser. Add a couple of them to existing fields or recreate complete CQB environment.
Hmm.
And they've got a terrible pun in here too. It says the choice is yours. Sup airball tactical, a force to recon with, force to
Get out.
reckon with. I know, right?
Get out.
But
Get their marketing
that's
guy, drag him into the street and shoot him with an airsoft gun.
like they've got.
He
They're
doesn't deserve a paintball.
all 1 foot thick. They've got a door with hinges, like it opens and closes.
I need to get a door frame. I still need to build that little set. I think that'd be so much fun. Just have a door
So,
frame, my desk. Nothing else. No wall. Just the door frame and the door, and a desk behind it.
yeah. So I'm thinking that's what it is. Um, that's cool. I dig that. Or that's probably going to be your urban. I don't see MagFed though. I don't see the MagFed markers getting used only because maybe PE. I can see a lot of PE stuff. Maybe the TMC because of GI, but like, I don't know. MagFed does not look good on ESPN. That's what I'm thinking, like kind of like holding them back. So, yeah. But who
Where to
knows?
go from there, eh? I want
Maybe
to
I'm
see
wrong.
more paintball. I want to see more paintball on the Ocho.
I just want more. Yeah, I want more paintball on TV. Now, I say MagFed paintball probably doesn't look good on ESPN, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure ESPN, yeah, they have tire wrestling, car jiu-jitsu, and other things. So, I mean, who
Car
the hell knows?
jiu-jitsu?
You haven't seen that? Two guys
No.
get into like a Honda Civic or whatever, and then the referees close the door, and then the guy's sitting in the passenger seat, one guy's in the driver's seat, and it's literally a jiu-jitsu match inside the car. It's supposed to be like, I think it's supposed to be mimicking like action movies, like where like the guy, the protagonist is like fighting somebody inside the car. Or no, it's not jujitsu. It's
No, it's car jitsu.
is it karjitsu? Okay, I was gonna say it might be MMA, but yeah.
I can't believe I'm seeing this.
Look up tire MMA.
I'm watching Karjutsu Championship Russia versus USA. I am
Mm-hmm.
watching two large men.
Manhandle each other inside of a car. Are you sure you're on the right website?
They're still fully dressed. I
You're speechless.
I I he's this is the he's trying to just he's trying to like wrap the seat belt around him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's trying to wrap around his neck. This is insane. I'm putting
That's
this
what was on
in
the
the
air right before paintball aired on ESPN two or ESPN four or whatever one is. Like literally, like I was waiting for it to air, and that was what was on first, and then it was like next up, and it was like, oh my god.
Now,
So
I once had an experience like that. It was late at night and we were flipping through the channels and Kink was on. Those who've watched it will understand. One of those late night, we're up way too late flipping through the channels, and there's some weird stuff, and we're like, okay, that's some texture stuff. That's weird, but not too weird. And they just went next up, clowns. And I've never seen six people dive for a remote control as fast as we did. No, just like change the fucking channel, man. Nope, nope, nope. Everything up to that point was weird. Not kink shaming. It was, but not out of the box. But clowns was the line. Like, nope, tap. And yes, I shared that link in the description. It is
Had to be careful in those
Cartoons
days, man.
Championship Wrestling.
Back in the day, man, like after 11 p.m., you didn't go into the 40s. You didn't go into the 40 channels. That was where things got weird.
How is that man twisted that way? Oh, he got him to tap. Oh man, yeah, that is vile. Like, I didn't hurt him, but I don't even know what to think. It was awesome.
Moving on.
Moving on from
right. Explorer's comment there says, "Oh, running clock in the 3v3 is more or less a test to see if they can get rid of a split deck in 5v5."
Hold on. I need you to explain that statement.
I wish I could, because I don't fully understand what they're trying to fix. I really don't know. I know the words mean something, but for whatever reason, that sequence of words does not click into my head for some reason. The only thing I can think,
what does a split deck mean?
I don't know. That's what's throwing me off. I don't know what they mean by split deck.
Explore.
I've never heard split deck used until recently. So I don't know. Let me Google it.
Any of you smart people who are listening want to throw a comment in the gas man who's listening? He could probably tell us what it is.
Probably. Sport term.
Looking that up.
You brought up bowling.
Oh, good. Like a 7-10 split.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what actually. I legitimately don't know what it means. I'm sorry.
Give him a second. He'll tell you.
Explorer tell us for sure. It's when you split everybody up into two groups or two brackets. Allows for different matchups or stages, such as having some competitors start in a winner's bracket and others starting in a loser's bracket. Yeah, I think I know what he means. So I think it's because we saw that at when they would run, like in, say, for whatever tournament, you'd be running two games at the same time, and then the winner of those ones would go up against the winners of the next ones, and you couldn't sit there and watch all your teams. You had to pick sometimes. Do I want to go watch, PB Fit, or do I want to go watch Dynasty? Because they're playing at two different times. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I like the running clock idea. I don't hate it. It's just let it run out and I don't know, play it through. Whatever makes the game run smoother and is less complicated, because it's getting to the point now, I think, where it's like there's a lot happening and there's too much to keep track of, and they kind of need to simplify things and just kind of like streamline the process. I'd like to see that happen. Sure. I'm just, honestly, I'm digging the experimentation too. I like the fact that they're kind of like, okay,
good for you.
It's the 2020s is like,
it's the 2020s.
It's the 2020s, and it's paintball. It's time for paintball to take that next step in a new direction. We got to try something different. We've been doing this for the same thing for a while. Let's try something different.
I thought you said the new direction, and I was like, that's a bold direction to take paintball. Ballsy.
I'm thinking like, just every sport does this, right? You come up with a current status quo, and then it's after a while, it's okay. Time to move on beyond that. What's the next step? What else can we do? What's the next thing to make the game either more efficient, make it easier for people to play? Like, what do we do? What's the next step? I immediately thought, like, remember the heritage moment where they're showing like when the game of basketball was invented, and then it was like groundbreaking when Buddy was like, what if we just cut a hole in the basket? Like, you know what I mean?
Bradley. We need to get Cliff and have a reenactment of the first paintball game and just have him dressed up in like not his Cavalier outfit. I mean like Revolutionary War, and it's Cliff shooting at like George Washington with an airsoft with a
Oh my
pump
God.
gun. But we digitally make Cliff look young. My meds have worn off because this makes no fucking sense. But we just digitally make Cliff look like 700 years younger so that he's still like he looks young, and just trying to pop George Washington, our heritage. It's Cliff in the original paintball game.
Yes, with the original music, because they
No,
all
you
had
gotta
the
get
same.
ragtime. You gotta do it in the 1800s and make it ragtime.
George
Yeah.
Washington, 1800s.
1799 he died, so sorry.
It could work.
1755.
It
I
could
know
work.
my.
Um,
And yes, I'm wearing Hollywood team's jersey because
you
it was
are
clean.
because it was clean. So, anyways, yeah, I don't know. I'm digging they're attempting to change things. They're trying, like, the fact that they were like, okay, we're going to do the stadium. Well, last year it was we're going to do three. We're going to try 3v3, and then this year was like we're going to do stadium, and then now they're talking about urban formats, and they're talking about more stadiums, and they're talking about the Netflix thing.
So what it sounds like is that people are bitching and they're doing what people ask.
I I think it's either a combination of people bitching about it and being like, okay, time to shake things up, or
Mm-hmm.
it's them pushing really hard to go on more mainstream media like ESPN. Netflix is talking about doing, not talking about, there is talk of Netflix possibly doing a reality TV series based around on paintball. We're going to see how that goes. But in order for that to work, I feel like those people like at ESPN, the people at Netflix, the people on the TV networks, and the big media people are pushing back, going, "This doesn't work. You need to find a different way to make this work." Like, you know what I mean? Like, I
I'm
think they're getting.
picturing a paintball reality TV show, and I'm just not seeing how that could be anything
I
other than.
I have no idea. It's either gonna be just following a team around, like following, maybe it's like like following a
Drive to
team
Survive.
like Drive to Survive, or it's like the ultimate, the UFC. Remember when Spike TV had Ultimate Fighter,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
that kind of thing, where trying to get on a team, running, that. It's hard to say what they're going to do. We need paintball, Top Gear style paintball. That would work. I'd do that.
You would need a tame paintballer who can just test the gear and be consistently good and not give an interview.
Hollywood. Am I wrong?
No, you'd know it was him.
That's true. Okay.
We need somebody that nobody could guess that it was him. Because that was the secret to the Stig, is nobody knew who he was until they knew who he was.
Until they knew who he was. Yeah. We can find somebody. But that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Netflix style paintball. Paintball style. Not Netflix. Top Gear.
Top Gear format. The news. You go and do challenges. You just kind of amalgamate about 6 different creators into one show. Matt the Gym Rat, and you get Paintball Dirt to do the news. You let Explore go out and get abused in public. Because he would do it for views, and hell, I would get lined up and shot for views because I think it would be for fun. I think it would be funny. I'm not wrong.
You're not.
I'm out of my mind, but that's
So why?
neither here nor there.
Top Gear.
Don't look at me, Netflix. Don't come near me. I'm not marketable. There are way too many things I say that are inappropriate.
Are you kidding? They put Gator people on Netflix.
Man, don't lump me in with those people.
No, but if they got a pass.
I mean, I would rather be lumped in with those people than wait. Are we talking about the Gator people? Are you talking about like Them hillbillies there that made a whole. Oh God, they got thrown off TV because they were racist.
But no. That was the Duck Dynasty people. I'm talking like
Ah, duck
they
people. Sorry.
had your ancestors. Uh, well, they still. Well, I guess they're still kind of. If you go far enough, you got the Cajuns, the Acadians.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Trying to think of how that.
The
Also,
Acadians that were
rental
deported
coverage.
and then went to the south and became Cajuns. Yes.
Yeah, that.
Legend has it there are black arsenos. Des arsenault. They're
Mhm.
black. There's not. They're not here. I would love. That would be cool. I would love to just. Really? That's cool as hell.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
That
it
sounds like me. That's Acadian. That's like the Cajuns that sound like us. That would be so cool.
would be neat.
We did you say wee? Because
I
goddamn,
said
that
that
would
would
be
be neat. But
damn
that
it.
would have been funny if I said
That would have
wee.
been so witty. Shit, you suck.
Sorry,
Oh
I'm kind of hooked on this Top Gear paintball idea.
man, my kid
I
was
need I
playing
need
the game the other day, and he just looks at me, and I start telling him like, you know why? It's because you suck. You just need to get good. And I drop something, and my kid just leans over and he goes, "You suck." It turns around, goes back to his game. I'm like, that's what I get. Like,
it was
I
simple,
deserve
it was
this.
direct to the point, and he didn't
Don't
dwell
kill
on
the
it.
joke.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's getting good at it. I'll give him that.
Perfect. He dropped it and walked away. It was literally like it was just that was it. He said it. Deal with it. We're not discussing it.
Not to be confused with the Gator Mail people, who are amazing,
Phenomenal
and
individuals.
another, but going to be a guest soon
Yes.
because I'm looking forward to talk to him about some good stuff, and of course hawking his amazing product
Yeah.
that protects my
Yeah.
schmeckle,
It does.
my battle merkin.
Yeah, Netflix pilot. I'm really excited to see what's going on with that. I want to see what they have planned for this reality TV thing for paintball. I don't have like I'm not expecting groundbreaking or anything crazy or wild, but I'm just gonna enjoy being
They're
able to
gonna
turn
follow
on.
Dynasty around or some shit.
I really hope not. If anyone, I'd love to see them follow Paintball Fit. PB Fit's got like they're the ones I'd
Yeah.
want. The interesting background. They got the way they're going, like the direction they're going in. Dynasty, that's kind of just like we're doing a documentary on hockey. We're gonna follow Sidney Crosby around. Like it's like oh, but it's like that's cool. We respect the skill and we respect the heritage and the history, but also we don't care. It's like it's been done too many times.
Oh, I'm sorry. We thought we were just talking because it was Sidney Crosby.
That too. But you know what I
I'm
mean?
terrible
Or
Canadian.
like we're gonna do a hockey reality show. We're gonna follow Wayne Gretzky around. It's like why? Like we get it, but like, eh. So curious, excited,
Elated, aroused,
elated a little bit. I think
titillated.
I think it would just be cool to fire up Netflix and just see like, you know, new recent or new just added or whatever they say, newly added, whatever the little tag is there, and just see like a
Recently added.
paintball. They'll see like see a paintball player and be like, dope. You know what I mean? That's cool. I dig that. I'm excited for that. As long as they do it.
Blackball's not on there.
It was. They took it off. It was there for ages. Licensing or something, I'm sure. Speaking of PB Fit, something that we talked about. We didn't talk about. We meant. I completely. I don't know how I missed it entirely. But it was hilarious. Of the bunker rollover, I didn't realize that one of the guys from PB Fit got pulled from the game, from the match, because the bunker he bumped up against in the snake wasn't staked down, and it literally rolled away from him, and he scooted with it. And
I mean, a reward for original thinking. Commendation for quick thinking.
If you watch the video, you could clearly see that he's like trying to keep up with the bunker. Like he didn't
scooting after the bunker.
He slid in behind the bunker and he's tucked in tight, and he keeps trying to get tighter to the bunker, and the bunker just kind of keeps moving away from him, and then it it rolls over, and you can actually see him kind of like bunny hop to try and stay with the bunker.
Like,
And then
I'd be giving him points. Like, give him
no,
extra money. Like, come on,
hold
boys. Like, that's funny as hell.
the when you watch it, because he gets bunkered, doesn't get hit. They miss him entirely. Nobody knows how. Like, you're watching, it's like it's kind of like the scene from Pulp Fiction where like he looks behind him and there's a hole directly behind him, yet it didn't help. You know what I mean? It's like, how did you not hit him? So anyways, he got hit. Buddy came around the corner. I forget who the player was. They pulled him, and then the ref, you could see him where he's like, "Buddy, move the bunker." And there is a rule that strictly says that you are not allowed to manipulate the bunkers.
I didn't know that for a long time, and I remember somebody telling me that because I grabbed a hold of a bunker and I ran with it like I think it was a skid or something, and I used a bunker, and they're like, "No, you can't do that." Like, oh.
If it's a walk on, who cares?
No, but it was just a cool. Like, I didn't know that rule, which I thought was still kind of neat, but at the same time, I still did it anyways.
Right? Absolutely. It's an actual rule that they're not allowed to manipulate the bunkers. So you can see the ref where he was sort of like, do I call it? I don't know if I call him out or not. He's kind of like, the ref's kind of hesitant. He's like, you're still in. You're clean. Yeah, that hit didn't break on you. You're fine. And then the head ref comes around. He's just like, out. Like, you're done. Manipulating the bunkers. Get him out.
Cliff comes around the corner. He's like, get out.
It's all, the head ref just kind of like pops into frame, and he's just like, yep, like, get out, and then walks away. Like, there was no argument. It was just like, you move the bunker, get. But apparently that was a bit of an issue. I guess the bunkers they used different stakes, different style of stake, because it's a stadium. They can't use the big heavy ones, like the big ones that like really dig in.
I suppose. No, but they were redoing the turf, I think.
I don't know.
Which is why I think they were able to use the stadium, if I'm not mistaken.
I know there's other stadiums saying that they're down for them to do it.
That's dope.
So, anyways, he got pulled from the game for that.
Again, I stand by it. He should have got a commendation for original thinking.
So the commentators did think it was hilarious. One of the commentators, I forget which one, was just like, he should have been pulled for manipulating the bunker. He was like very serious about it, and the other guy's just like, that's funny.
One of them is Brad, and one of them is Tom, because I would be giggling my ass off too.
I thought it was funny, man. I thought I was watching it. I was like, that's not fair. Like, it's not his fault that the giant air-filled pillow moved.
Yeah, as long as he didn't, but if he used the bunker, I guess. Like, if that's in the rules or not, I mean.
He didn't. It rolled forward. He stuck with it. I think it was more of a technicality. It was sort of one of those, like, if we don't call him out, somebody can argue it next time.
If he didn't touch the bunker, then he should have got away with it. If he touched it, then that's manipulating the bunker.
Ran into it, and he gets into the bunker, like, you tuck in tight against the bunker, and then you can actually see it kind of wiggle and like push forward a bit, and then at one point he tucks in tight, and suddenly it literally rolls. It rolls. It's top heavy, and it's just like, and then he kept up with it.
Again,
I think if
years of watching Formula One, I am always going to argue the right to the bullshit rule, screwing with the rules. But in this case, if he did touch the bunker, then your wing's only allowed to move so far.
Yeah, Explorer said, yeah, Matty Marshall laughed. Todd Martinez was mad. That's what it was. It was funny. I think if he had not moved with it, I think if it had rolled forward and he stayed put, I think they would have left him alone.
Yeah.
But because he kept up with it, which I can understand, you're in the snake, the adrenaline's pumping, your bunker moved away, you're just going to naturally move with it. But again, it's one of those.
I would have done the same thing. I would have scooted after the bunker too. Like, oh shit, like I gotta stay with cover.
You could see in his body language that he did not purposely move that bunker, because if he had purposely moved it, he wouldn't have done this awkward bunny hop to get to it, where his head literally came up past the bunker. Like, he was awkward. He did not do it on purpose. I understand pulling him, and I understand it. I think it should be you're out. You did technically break a rule, but that's hilarious. like that's funny kind of thing. Like
objectively hilarious.
technically, but it
Subjectively
was only a
hilarious.
minor. They didn't pull anyone else. It was just him. And frankly, it should have been a trade anyways. Somehow an act of God stopped him from getting taken out. So 6 of one, half dozen the other. No harm, no foul.
A very technical.
Right? Yeah. Can you imagine an NFL ref standing there into the PA system? Player moved the bunker. Player ejected due to manipulation of the bunker on a technical. Like, I can see it. I want to do that.
I think that referee would deserve that. There's an umpire that wouldn't be known for that would have let that slide, and they would have just chewed his ass out.
Oh,
I can't think of his name now, and if my buddy was here, he'd be so upset with me.
So yeah, as that happened, there's not much more to say about that other than it was hilarious and it's a highlight in my opinion. I think it's funny. I don't think it should ever be held against him. Maybe they should stake the bunkers better.
Ooh, what a!
I mean, you know what though?
What a brave and controversial statement.
What is under the turf though? Because if it's anything like the football fields, they checked that bump. There's nothing under there. The Mythbusters did it.
He was cremated like 15 minutes down the road. I've watched The Irishman. That's what happened.
Oh, 100%.
Now, you know what? Who is it that's obsessed with DB Cooper?
I've
talked about him.
Oh my God.
Hoffa. It's already been clearly proven. I don't need to fight anything. We all know it.
It's gonna come to me in like an hour. I'm gonna text you.
Luis, what are we talking about?
Paintball, my man.
Jimmy Hoffa. Things being buried underneath the turf. We're talking about the staking of bunkers. How amazing it's going to be a D-Day. How Intensity makes sexy clothing. Cat at Cat's Customs makes like dope headbands. I'm the sexiest Tom in paintball. Unless Tom Cole or Tom Guest want to come on the show and fight me for it, in which case, fuck it, sure. Is that an open invitation? Yeah, fuck it, why not? I don't know.
What is with this echo? It's killing me. Sorry, I'm watching the echo happen live.
It's pissing him off so much. I've been doing this all night, but it does it when it wants to. See?
I hate it. 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 Okay. No, but the thing I was going to say with the turf is that the really nice football fields we have here in Fredericton, they have turf. Under the turf is sand. Do they do the same thing in NFL stadiums? So did they try to stake into sand? And that's maybe the stakes we're pulling out super easy? That makes sense?
No idea. I don't know much about the foosball.
Me neither. Yeah. Anyways, so, question I want to bring up and discuss because I'm very curious about it. I have my opinions on it, but I'd love to know everyone else's. This came up on a live stream of Paintball Ruined My Life. He does a weekly stream, and they're fairly entertaining. He basically just he freehands it the entire time. He does a pretty good job. The question popped up in his live feed. Somebody had asked, or not a question, it was like a statement or kind of thing like that. They were talking about how there should only, at a tournament, say Tampa, because that's the one that just went by, there should only be one brand of paintball. Everybody should shoot the same paintball. Because of the reason they gave was basically, so this isn't what Brad from Paintball Ruined My Life said. He said he was just reading the question off, but it was basically they had said that everybody should be shooting the same paint because it puts a more even playing field. Some teams can afford better paint than others. And was kind of like split on it because I kind of get the logic of like everybody should be shooting the same paint so that then everybody is on the same. You know what I mean? That it's just because you can afford better paint than me doesn't mean that you should get that advantage. At the same time, though, there are way too many manufacturers of paint to be able to look at them all and be like, okay, only you get to be the paint guy for this tournament. Like that's just not, you know?
I kind of have to agree with them though. Like
I
that
know. I
leaves
know.
there's too many variables. If I can afford paint that breaks better than that guy,
Mhm.
how is that fair?
No, exactly. And that was the argument they had made.
I gotta agree
Um,
with them
right. Uh,
because I think I would become a little bit uppity about that.
mhm.
Like what the hell?
Right.
What
Like let's say you're playing against me and I've got
I
a
dump on you?
I got a sponsorship with GI, so I'm shooting GI paint, and or because I can get GI paint, and you're shooting ProShar. In my opinion, I think ProShar actually shoots better. So, but you know what I'm saying? Like you're shooting the ProShar because that's what you could afford or whatever, and it's not shooting as well, or you got a bad batch. Maybe the paint that you got delivered was a bad batch, but mine's a great batch or whatever. Whereas if one paint producer was picked, maybe they have to bid on it,
I
and it's like,
mean, I can use Pirelli would be my comparison here for
mhm.
Formula One for tires. They only have one tire manufacturer. They used to have multiple, but now they have one, and that is because that keeps everybody on an even playing field. Um, then it comes down to approved gun marker manufacturers. You know, you can only have certain ones. You can't just have somebody showing up like a
That's a
like
comment that
I'm pretty sure that's got to be in the rules anyways, right? Like teams have to run approved markers. Like you can't have a whole team just show up with a bunch of proto rails.
sure, why not? Shoot 280 feet per second, shoot an on average of 68 cal paintball, and shoot whatever the rate the balls per second is. Those are the rules. So anybody you can shoot any gun. You
So
can't.
it comes down to standardization.
Mhm.
I honestly believe, yeah, it sucks for the smaller manufacturers. I get it, but yeah, their stuff needs to be standardized. That is definitely an advantage to
I
teams
think
being
there
able to
should
pick.
be. I think it.
Shit, Ferrari. Damn it.
I don't think. So a lot of people are saying paint from lot to lot varies. It would not hold up. The number of different batches one company would make to do that would be crazy. I don't. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not super confident. I would argue though, and I'd love to be proven wrong. So somebody can find me proof of this. Great. But I imagine when a company is producing paintballs, they're not producing a pallet at a time. Like when GI produces a batch of paint, it's
No,
probably truckloads of paint at a time, right?
that was
And
on how it's made, actually.
yeah, they
Um,
showed the Montreal. They showed the GI facility in Montreal. Matt the gym rat also went to a facility and watched paint get made. Uh,
so it'll
I
probably
think
say there like how many their output was.
I don't think it should be a matter. I don't think there should be one paint company because one there's not enough money in paintball to really justify that level of scrutiny that you would go to one manufacturer. Um, right? Like in Formula One makes sense when the tires cost when a single F1 tire costs as much as my car, like then I get why you go to one manufacturer and you have such strict manufacturing rules. But I do think there is probably room for maybe some forced standardization. If you want your paint to be shot at an NXL event, it needs to be between these sizes. Clearly, you'd have to because we're talking thousands of an inch, so give them a little bit of leeway, maybe give or take between 0.68 and 0.683. or something. I don't know. This is up for somebody smart than me to figure out. I'm just talking into a microphone, but also like this is the fill that needs to be used. This is the colors that have to be used. This is, you know what I mean? Like give them standardizations.
I have to agree. That's the argument in me is that something needs to be standardized if they
Right.
want to be taken
And make
that
it
level of seriously. But there isn't the money in it. But
no, but why wouldn't a paintball manufacturer, and again, this is maybe something a paintball manufacturer could explain, maybe this isn't possible, but why can't they have, because we look at GI. Let's use GI as an example. We got GI 2-star, we got GI 3-star, we got GI 4-star, you got GI Field, right?
thanks,
They
Louise.
they already make 4 or 5 different types of paint. So why can't they make a GI NXL? Clearly, they're going to need a better name than that. And then Vulcan, when they were used to be around, they would make Vulcan NXL, and they all used the same formula, right? You could still keep all your others, but it's like you want your paint shot at World Cup, then you need to use this formula. This is your, this is your jam. This is what you're going to make. And there's no reason why there couldn't be, and then there's no crazy secret formula because that's the stuff shot for World Cup. They can still keep all their proprietary stuff for their other fills and stuff like that.
Yeah, the super secret fill is for World Cup or whatever. Yeah.
Right. And then World Cup has their formula that they say this is what you have to use. Because Explorer makes a good point. He says he doesn't think the Olympics are super rigid on standardization for gear. It has to do the same thing. Don't think it's just one brand allowed. They do have rules like Speedo produce like a suit that was banned. The Olympics was like, no, you can't use that because like the suit itself was hydrophobic and it was like 15% more efficient for the swimmer. Which when you're talking about the Olympics, that makes the swimmers quite a bit faster. So they were like, nope, hard pass. You're not allowed to wear this. You cannot wear this suit. So they banned that. But look at snowboarders. Snowboarding's been around in the Olympics for ages, right? Or even hockey. Actually, hockey's a great one. Let's look at Olympic hockey. They're all using different brands of sticks, brands of helmets, brands of gear.
I was gonna go with baseball. They all use different bats, or but the bats are all standardized, like markers.
Exactly.
But the baseballs are all made by one company, as far as I know, that are used for the MLB, and they are all rigidly standardized.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right. So there's you got examples of both sides of it all over the place, right? Curling. All curling stones come from one island in Scotland. The granite, so the curling stones used in the Scotties, in the big events, in the big events, right? They're all cut from the same granite from the same island off the coast of Scotland. Or is that the Briar? Scotties or the Briar? I think it's the Briar. Anyways, it's wild.
The more you know, just kind of like over your head.
Yeah. So, anyways, I think there's room for standardization. I think if somebody could argue that like, hey, your paint, like, if you can't manufacture a 0.683 between a 0.680 and a 0.683, and your paint's coming in at like 0.689 or something weird and wild, it's like, no, that doesn't meet our standards. So,
I am down with this.
So right, I don't
and
think.
Again, very odd that you and I would be arguing in favor of rules, but in this strange
As long as I'd like to find a middle ground that prevents the NXL from killing all but one paint brand. Paintball's not big enough to have one paintball manufacturer handle it all. It's not. I think the market would not go well for that. We don't have paintball's not big enough. Can you imagine if NHL was just like, sweet, only one stick manufacturer is now allowed? Wouldn't go well.
Yes, it would not go well. But again, there's only one puck manufacturer. There's only one baseball manufacturer. There's all sorts of different gloves.
Yeah.
But there's only one.
Yeah, but why is that?
But in this case, it's standardization, and probably in baseball's case, probably some sort of ancient backroom deal that was made when Cliff was a teenager. And God, I gotta stop that. It's not nice. He's gonna hex me or something.
The balls. Okay, I just looked this up. The balls used by the MLB across all 30 teams are made, first of all, in Costa Rica. The MLB owns the factory.
Let's all be surprised about that.
Right. Now, that would require the NXL, like for something like that. If the NXL was like, we're making our own paint, you have to shoot our paint. Okay, fine. Right, fine. The fields are still going to order GI. They're still going to order ProShard. They're still going to order whatever. I don't know. I don't think it's big enough. I think standardization is a better option. Holding the companies to a standard. You want your paint shot at World Cup. You want to be able to be one of the team or you want one of your teams shooting your paint at World Cup. Here's what you got to meet. You got to meet these criteria. I think that's it. That's the ruling. I think that's what they should do. Will they? Probably not. Sucks, but such
they
is
will
life.
Tell you to.
Now, that being said, though, like when we were at World Cup, there was only like 2 trucks to get paint from. So like you went and bought your paint. So I'm pretty sure there's only maybe 2 or 3 manufacturers selling their paint at World Cup anyways. I have to go look into that. Because I don't think there was teams like shooting all sorts of paint. Pretty sure I only saw maybe 2 different boxes. I have to go look now. I have to go back and look.
Go look at your footage.
I'll look at the rules. It's fine. I'll find that number. Yeah.
All right. And on that sexy bombshell.
Yeah, I just want to shout out to Lewis there, who kind of like came out of the blue halfway through the show and then blew up our comments. I love that.
What a nice fella.
But yes, I understand. He says in order to compete, you want to have everyone to have the same opportunity and the same chance. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Standardization is the way to do it.
And just one second. My nephew was telling me this.
What are you looking at?
In Glasgow, based in Quebec, Canada, is the primary manufacturer and the official supplier of hockey pucks for the NHL, AHL, and ECHL. They have produced vulcanized rubber pucks since 1976.
But why are they the only manufacturer?
They're the only official.
So that's what I mean. But why are they the only official manufacturer? Because I find a lot of sports deal with this kind of thing based on tradition. Once it hits a certain point, it's like we've gone too far. We can't bring in another guy. It's kind of like I've been getting my haircut, the same guy for 40 years, and I can't go to a new place now. You know what I mean?
Because of its reputation for superior quality, strict consistency, and reliability in manufactured, provided by Google AI. So trust that as much as you want to.
I want to dig into it. I want to dig into that, and not to question it. I want to dig into like the history. I'm just curious of like, how does a company end up as the sole manufacturer of pucks? How did that happen? There's got to be a story.
They have been the official since 1991, and they're extremely stringent. They're made in Canada, mainly Canada and Slovakia, which again, we know our hockey, and so do they.
Yep.
A proprietary coating designed for smoother glide on the ice. And are used in regulated pre-game freezing rotation to ensure optimal performance because they freeze their pucks. That's right. It's because they make a shitload of pucks and they make good hockey pucks.
Right. So I'm wondering, like, was it back in the 70s that they just made really, really good pucks, and the NHL's like, we're gonna stick with these, and it's just that was it, and they were just like done.
Oh, Luis, we were talking about that earlier. They're talking about making an urban format in the NXL, so you would have maybe MagFed.
We don't know.
We don't know, but they're gonna make urban format, and I'm in for it. I'm in for anything new. All right,
Yeah, absolutely. We're
I am
that's it.
hungry.
We're at the end.
I gotta get some food in me. So thank you for coming and hanging out with us tonight. We
It
appreciate
was a
you.
blast, people. Thank you so much, and until next week, cheers.
Toodles.